Look who's here! Get in here, get in here, get in here!
John,
Nephew son Marco is
yes,
here.
Sir, yes,
I'm
sir.
so
What's up?
excited, okay? I see him and DJ all the time, but he decided to come on the camera today.
Yeah,
You've been living a big life.
Yes.
I hear he's got a girlfriend.
I'm talking about that. Oh, man.
Listen out.
Good.
So people keep on asking about you. Every time I'm on camera, they're like, where's Marco? Where's DJ? Y'all know y'all be doing the click like and click share, okay?
I do be seeing that too.
You do?
Yeah, they be asking where we at.
I'm so proud of you. So
I appreciate it.
Tell them, update them, okay, on what's been going on since we moved here. We moved here to South Africa. What was that, 6 months ago?
Yeah, it was like
6
6 months ago. 6 months ago.
You got your own apartment now. Yeah. So what else?
Man, I feel like it. You said what? Nah, I feel like, dang, it don't even feel like 6 months. 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
It has been 6 months. You know, the crazy thing is, like, since we moved here, obviously, y'all saw a lot of our life, you know, in terms of beforehand. And when we moved here, y'all saw the dust up that led to the folks moving out and things of that nature. All right, adjust my
y'all
prop.
seen everything. Y'all did see everything.
But you know
real.
what? It was the most beneficial thing for us because I mean, I was heartbroken at that time about the boys moving out. And I'm like, these are my babies. This is my babies. I was like, I'm so heartbroken about it.
We still here though.
I know. But you know, the reality was this. I realized that was what needed to happen because you all were not going to be able to flourish here as men. Yeah. Living up under our, because I'm like, y'all have total freedom. What are you talking about? You come and go when you want to. But call me at 11:50 if you're not home and be home by 12:01. Okay? So it wasn't exactly freedom, but it's just so beautiful. So people have been asking. I've been talking about like my impressions of living here in South Africa, but you know the reality is that you are so different than a lot of people your age. Young African American men and women are generally not moving around the world. So true. You know, it's just that's not our reality. Shoot, white, black, blue, purple don't matter. That's not the reality of people. Exactly. So what has your experience been like moving to South Africa? What was your first impression when you got here?
My first impression, I'm not gonna lie. I said this before when I first got here to Cape Town. It just was like, when I landed, it just felt like home. It felt like home.
Yeah.
And I told you this, but like, honestly, y'all, it feels like home here.
What about it made it feel like home though?
So what made it feel like home was probably, I have to say like the people. The people here, it was so easy for me to connect with people and just like the energy. I think what makes a place is like, it's not what it looks like, right? Okay, it looks beautiful, right?
It's a great place, very modern.
Yeah, very modern, very beautiful, very nice. I think it's like one of the rich, never mind. But yeah, it's very,
it is. It's South Africa. I knew what you were about to say. It's one of the richest nations in Africa. In Africa,
yeah. And like, I feel like it just like, I don't know, it did something to me. Like, it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. You've grown up a lot
since you got
here. I did grow up a lot, but
it
did something to me.
I was at his house the other day. He has his son, Dior the dog.
Shout out Dior.
He has his dog, and he just has this nice home, and like you doing it.
I appreciate it.
I remember.
Hey, you know what? I can't say this without like, it's all you. You did. You like. I know you. You was proud of me. I see you a lot, but you was proud of me and everything like that. But I can't like just sit in just being like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, oh, like I did it. No, you contributed to all of that. You know? To all of that success, you contributed.
Well,
to
you did the work too, because I could have put all this in front of you and you have to do nothing with it. That's true. So if anybody ever tries you and tells you, oh, well, you got this because your uncle. First of all, you say. All right, let's start there. And second of all, we as parents, caregivers, you know, mentors, that is our job, is that when our cup is overflowing, that overflow should be going to those that we want to come up in our legacy. And that's a beautiful thing. And you took it, you ran with it, and now you're creating your own legacy. And I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Now, I remember when we got here, you did not like Bali.
Bali, I didn't.
How does this compare to Bali?
So, okay, so I can say like this. Bali was a vacation spot, right? Vacation. Honestly, it was really hard for me to like connect with anybody because everybody just coming and going. So it was a nice place. I'm not gonna, you know, down talk Bali. Bali was beautiful, but here it was like it reminds me so much of Texas, as in its family, but LA as in its business. You see, like you can do business. It's like the business side of LA while you have the family side of Texas. And also, some people don't know this, but like I was in the African culture because my pawpaw,
my dad,
granddad, and I was in the African culture, like so, like it felt like home, like it's just like the music out here. I love the piano, like it's popular out here. I love all this stuff out here.
You know what the things that I recognize is this, because a lot of times with y'all who are like considering like, do I want to move abroad or I want to try it out, but I got kids, to me, I have watched him and DJ flourish. I've watched y'all flourish being out here, because being out here, I do feel like it is much more family oriented. I do feel like there's a lot of people here, you know, in a lot of ways, South Africa is a very developed nation, but it still is developing in a lot of ways. And that just permeates the culture. There's a lot of people here who are hungry. They want, when I say hungry, I'm talking about hungry to hustle, hungry to do business, you know? Sure. And so being able to build those relationships, it's not like LA where you talk to somebody like, hey, I want to do something. Yeah, let me see if I can talk to my friend about that. And now Bitmo got no friend to talk to about nothing. But out here, if you want to do business and somebody else want to do it, they're willing to meet with you.
Yes.
People are hungry. They want to do something.
Yes. It's a very social place.
Yeah,
very social.
I remember when he got here, you were talking about, I'm having lunch with this person today. This person owns, 4 blocks of buildings here. I'm like, how are you meeting these people? But like, you were able to come here and build some really good relationships already off the bat.
Yeah.
How's dating?
So dating. Let's get to it.
I told them dating has been good for me. I love it here.
Yeah. Nah. So it's been amazing. And it's been amazing.
It's been amazing.
You wanna know I have a girlfriend. I do.
She's very nice. Pretty.
Yeah, my uncle.
Not like that scallywag from Bali.
Not this scallywag.
No scallywag.
Why you guys?
Jezebel.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. She was. Yeah. She wasn't it.
Yeah.
But I do like this girl. And, I think like.
He's so happy. He's more happy than I am. He had his house for Father's Day, and I saw the baby, the dog. And she was there, so sweet. She made a nice lunch for us.
She did make lunch.
Very sweet.
She did, yeah. So I mean,
how was it dating before you met her though? Like coming out here, how was your experience dating here compared to like the States compared to Bali? Like just your experience in general.
I don't know if it's like, I don't know if they see me more on camera or something like that, but it's been easier, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, it's been easy out here.
I enjoyed it more out here.
Dating out here has been easy. I'm not gonna lie, it's been actually super easy.
You know what I think it is sometimes? I mean, the camera, for me, being on camera made it hard when it came to dating. Like, cause I remember going on dates out here and people like, oh, I watch you on camera, like, and then it kind of messes up the date.
Right.
But I will say that aside, cause that was only few and far between that would happen with. I think dating was easier out here because it's much more of a relationship culture in general. Like that don't mean that everybody's gonna be perfect in a relationship, but generally speaking, relationships seem to be much more part of the culture here.
I can see that.
You know, so you meet people and you feel a genuine, sincere desire from them that want to get to know you for that purpose. So I will tell you this. I used to be anti you being in a relationship because I remember sitting back in California and Marco would come into my room every night. He'd sit right there on the floor by my bed and he'd be like, I want a girlfriend.
I
did say that. Like 17.
I did, I was 17, yeah.
And I said, you don't need no girlfriend. You need to focus on your business. I was because I thought it'd be a distraction, but
nah, for real.
It's been very centering for you, in my opinion. You know?
It really has. And I'm not gonna lie, she definitely reminds me so much of myself. Y'all should they get to meet her? I don't know.
I would love for them to meet her.
I would love for them to meet her. So man, y'all may get to meet her. Y'all comment that down below if y'all,
if you want to. It's Marco's choice. It's his choice.
Yeah, nah, but I mean, I feel like we're so common. Like we have so much things in common.
Yeah.
And even our life, like what she wants to do in life is very similar to what I want to do in life. And
I asked her, I said, what do you want to do for, like, what is your dream for your future? Yeah. And I think she said to me, I want to own a conglomerate. I said, I'm sorry, sugar, what? She said, I want to lead a conglomerate. She says, you know, like a business that owns a lot of business. I said, I know what a conglomerate is. I just don't know. Yeah. I've not heard many people say that. Yeah. Okay.
So she has an interest in business and stuff like that because her father is actually interesting enough. It's in the insurance business.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in the insurance business
really?
too. Yeah, so it's kind of like,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No pressure. pressure. No pressure, but you know, empires are built one day at a time. No pressure.
Crazy, man. Nah, but yeah, she has an interesting business and everything like that. Y'all get to meet. Y'all get to meet her.
Okay.
And yeah, she's very like, you know, I don't know. She's like, I don't know how to explain it. She's just beautiful.
That's nice. He's
I'm in love, like, y'all can tell I'm in love right now, man.
That is
crazy.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, now you say your DM's gonna have people from the past. Yeah. I thought that I was gonna get a chance. You ain't getting no chance. Nah. So back off, okay?
Back off.
But how has being here? I'm curious. How do you think that moving from the States, like moving abroad, period, how do you think it's changed you?
How's it
as a person, as a man? How does leaving the United States change you?
I feel like it's definitely matured me a lot. Yeah. And I feel like I had to, like, you know, it's like you have to adjust because you're the minority in terms of like the minority culture, because like, you know, how you do things, how you grew up is way different than how, you know, a different country would do it, right?
People, it's very similar. We're very different in terms of our culture.
Exactly, to the foods, to the music, to, you know, all that stuff.
The mindsets, you know, and mindsets, when it comes to dating, people have a very different mindset here than in the States.
Yeah, so it definitely does mature you, and it teaches you, like, I feel like I learned more than I would have ever learned in a college, honestly. Like, I've learned so much from just meeting different people. Yeah. And it's been amazing. It really has.
That is beautiful. I just think about, like, when you say you come here as a minority, it's such a weird situation, and weird in a good way, where it's like you come to a place where you look like you could be anyone else from here, right?
Exactly.
But then you also recognize you're a minority here because you know, this isn't your birth country. Beyond that, the mindsets are different. And when I say different, that doesn't mean in a bad way. It's just culturally different. It is. You know? Different. And so many things are different. So you're talking to someone who looks just like you, but may have a very different perspective on a lot of things. Yeah. And the thing with Marco, I would say more than anybody else, is that in moving here, Marco, I remember he kept on saying, am I going to fit in there? Am I going to be okay? And so I think you will. I said, because you look colored. And just so y'all know, colored is a terminology that refers to mixed people. Marco is mixed. Yeah. And so here, how's that been for you coming here and you look like a large group of people who are here?
So, I mean, it's got its pros and its cons, right?
Really?
Yeah, so in a sense, like, for example, amongst, you know, other people, you know, people that look like us, right? Then, you know, at that sense, it's like, it's very welcoming, right? Yes. And it's like, I feel like that added to the sense of home, because it's like a lot of people, you know, that kind of like, you know, they look like so it's like, it's very familiar. Yeah, it's very familiar. They look like people in my family, you know? Definitely really good. But the cons is, you know, just, I mean, quite frankly, you know, I don't.
You mean say it?
Go ahead, say it. So I don't want to say it,
No,
man.
I want to say it. I'm going to say it. The reality is, and whether this is based in fact or not is a whole other question. But there are stereotypes that come with every single group in every single country. Yeah, for sure. And I will say that, unfortunately, there is a prevailing stereotype that young men who look like Marco, they associate them with crime activity, they associate them with a lot of different things. And especially when you're a young man who looks like him and you dress in maybe urban attire. So, you know, I think you were telling me the other day, going into the mall near his home, going in there and people looking at him sideways and stuff like that. And it's people of all races looking at him sideways as if he's a threat. And he was like, why do people look at me? You were very disturbed by that. And I had to kind of explain, well, you know, unfortunately, just like in America, there are stereotypes that people look at you as, that those stereotypes don't leave you when you come here.
And then, for example, you know? Like that's one of the things I had to mature on. Like I had to think, like, okay, like I gotta show myself a different way. I gotta dress a certain way. I gotta, you know, carry myself a certain way. Because
we was going out to lunch yesterday, and we were walking by the place. He said, "Oh, there go the place." I'm walking in, looking at me crazy. I said, "Come on!" And I walked in there, and I said, "You point your titties to the sky." Okay, when you walk in, you point them up to the sky, all right? And you walk in here, and I say, whenever they look at you sideways, the first thing you got to do, and this applies to everybody, when you walk in any space, when people look at you sideways, address them, look them square in the eyes. Hi, how are you? Beautiful place here. What are we having? Talk to them immediately, okay? Talk in your normal tone of voice, talk how you want to talk. The point is you got to address them. Don't you look down, don't you look up, and don't you walk out there.
And you know what? My uncle does that. I be learning from him. He walk in there like he owned the spot.
Every place.
It's cool.
I don't have that 2 cents in my pocket. I'm still walking in because it's a matter of I'm not gonna feel comfortable and you're not gonna feel comfortable in a space unless you show up in a way that shows that you belong there. And in a lot of cases, what I've realized is that South Africa came out of apartheid less than 30 years ago. And so there still are a lot of spaces here that people like you, people like me, and by like us, I'm talking about people of our skin tone, are not normally seen in those spaces. And people who are in these spaces have been in these spaces for 50 years, 60 years, they've been here for a long time. So it's not a matter that they are saying you shouldn't be here, it's who's this other person here? They don't know your mindset towards them because there's racial tensions here, just like in every country. They don't know, do you like them? They don't know anything. So I'm not excusing the sense of discomfort that they create for you, but what I'm saying is sometimes that staring is not always an acknowledgement that you don't belong here. It's just an acknowledgement of, I don't often see you here.
Okay.
So like when I moved here, most of my neighbors don't look like me. I'm just gonna call it out. And so when I was coming in and out the buildings every day, and my neighbors would walk by me, I would immediately, every time they would see me, I would go speak to them. I do just like this. Let me show you what I do. I do like this. Hi, how are you? How are you? What unit are you in? Or I don't ask what unit, but what building are you in? Wonderful. Well, I live at blah, 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 and I just moved here from the States. It's so wonderful. What do you do? You would
control the conversation.
I'm going to initiate it and lead the conversation and invite them to learn about me. It's about inviting them to see me as a human being who's no different than them. I may have a different skin tone. I may not look like the person that you're commonly around, but I'm just as human as you. I'm highly intelligent. And after I did that, you'd be surprised. One of the neighbors about a day later sent me a nice bottle of wine that's sitting downstairs. Yeah. Another one invited me over for coffee. Said, come on by for tea. And what I found is that by me talking to people, they're like, oh, wow. And it opens the door for connection.
Right.
Something to consider.
That is. Have you experienced that yourself?
What? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But I will say what I've learned in terms of how to deal with it is I speak to people first. Also, what I wear, I dress in a way that's comfortable for me, right? Because I want to be very careful. I'm not trying to tell you need to change what you're comfortable with. Because if you want to wear quote unquote urban attire or whatever, then you wear what's comfortable for you.
Right.
But for me, I like wearing a nice loafer. For me, I like wearing certain things, more fitted clothes. And so I do think that sometimes can create a different impression. Right. Also, I look a little more seasoned than you. I look a little older. So sometimes sometimes age has its privileges in that perspective. But I think overall, even when I was younger, I remember being in DC and moving to LA and dealing with some of the same things. Talk to people.
Okay.
Open your mouth and talk to people. You remember Miss Gladys who lived across the street from me? So this last older white woman, she had lived in our neighborhood since long before Black people and Mexican people had moved there, because that's the neighbor's predominantly Black and Mexican now. And I remember seeing her every day, and I remember my brothers would say, oh, that's Miss Glass over there. Don't bother her, don't step on her lawn. It was almost as if she's the white woman on the block, don't do nothing to cause no trouble, because they didn't know her mindset. Right. And one day I was sitting out there and I saw her kind of looking at me, and I could have said, oh, this woman's just being nosy. I just walked over there. I was a little kid. Hi, I'm Malcolm. And she lit up, and every day she invited me by her house. We do gardening together, sit watching TV, and she became a friend to me.
That's actually really deep, because for me, I get stuck in my head sometimes.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie, I get stuck in my head. I'm like, they staring at me because they probably
You got a stereotype.
They got a stereotype of me or something like that. So I'm like, nah, I'm not even gonna talk to him.
They could be saying he's handsome. They could be saying, I'm curious about what does he do that allows him to be in this space.
Right.
You know what I mean? They could be thinking any number of things. They could be thinking, ooh.
I didn't even think about that.
I wish that he was with my daughter, because the one she with now, I don't like that one. They could be thinking anything. You never know.
Right.
You never know.
Right.
I try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Unless you call me out of my name or you do something that's just outright rude. Exactly. I just give people the benefit of the doubt that they're curious. It helps. And it'll lighten your energy so that you can approach them, speak. Because remember, we went to that shop yesterday. I walked in there, and even the clerk who worked there, hi, how may I help you? Coming up to me like that. And I said, well, I'm just trying to decide what dessert do I want. Tell me, which one should I get? Put in the work, honey. Which one should I get? That looks delicious. Well, I'm gonna have to think about it. And I stand there. You know the other thing I do. Let me show y'all. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. Okay. So when I walk into a space, number one. So you walk in, move back, baby, move back. Okay, move back. So what you do is when you walk in that space, there's a certain way you handle it. Okay. So you walk in, and as soon as you walk in, you walk through the door. Walk in. What I say? Girls up.
Girls up.
All right. And then you stand in the middle of the room and you look around as if you're looking for somebody. What you're doing is you're letting the room see you. You're not running someplace or looking down the nose. You're looking, and when the clerk comes to see you, do you need any help? Yeah. Oh, yes, I'm just trying to decide what I'm gonna do here. How are you? Wonderful. I think I want that seat over there. Can I have that one? Let's sit over there. And people are seeing the confidence you exude. You know how many people walk up to me, who are you and where are you from? It happens every day. I swear, do it. Do your walk. Okay. He got his clip on. I told Marco put a clip on in the back. I'm gonna show y'all.
Y'all saw the clip.
I told the clip on because Marco been working out doing the boxing. I said, show the people your muscles, honey. Hey, man. So do your walk. All right,
I'm gonna do my walk.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you got it. You just
walk. It feels a little awkward now that I gotta do it. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, do it. Come on.
Okay. I feel awkward. Just turn around.
I'm turning
around. Let me see it.
How am I gonna know if you're doing it right?
Did I do it right, y'all?
Okay.
Did I do it right, y'all?
Now, you gotta do your look around. Do my look around. So you just walked in the room. You stand in the middle of the restaurant.
Yeah. Hold on.
Let me restart. Restart.
All right, just cancel that out.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go. Now
give me that one right there.
That's a little too demanding. Be a little softer.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna walk up to you. Hi, sir. How can I help you? And I'm now looking at your shoes. I'm looking at everything.
Okay.
How can I help you?
How can you help me?
No. Softer. Be nicer. Okay. Nice. I got soften them. Okay. All right. Hi, sir. How can I help you?
Man, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Perfect. I'm doing wonderful. And you?
Awesome. I'm doing awesome, man. I just want to get a table for 2.
Okay. Wonderful.
I want to sit over there.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Awesome. Let's do it.
That's how you do it. So you walk in, you greet them. How are you? It softens them up immediately. Even when they look you up and down, they could be impressed by your shoes. You never know, right? And then you give direction. Give direction.
Okay.
Always give direction, but don't do it too demanding.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
He's
very demanding. He got that side. Marco, you be so demanding. I usually get him on the phone. He calling customer service. If they can't do something for him, he be like, he say, was there someone who you can change this call to? Who can do this for me? I said, look at my baby. Y'all click like and click share, and I can't wait for y'all to see his young lady. She's wonderful, y'all.
She is.
I'm so happy to have you here.
Me too.